An elephant, unyielding and vigilant beside a towering tree, drew the perplexed gaze of Ranger Theo, who had never witnessed such peculiar behavior in his years of service. Curiosity and concern propelled him to cautiously scale the tree, seeking answers. Theo's voice quivered over the radio, urgently summoning back up to the scene. Ranger Theo was driving around the nature reserve, counting all the animals, when he noticed something strange in the distance. But before we start, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. At first he thought he was looking at a giant bird, but as he grabbed his binoculars and looked again, he realized it was something entirely different. His eyes widened as he realized one of the baby elephants was sitting high up in a tree. His eyes followed the tree down to the ground and saw a group of elephants desperately trying to reach the baby elephant with their trunks, but none of them could reach it. Ranger Theo knew he had to do something, but what? The other elephants surrounding the tree made it impossible for him to come any closer. Falling from such a height would cause a lot of injuries to the calf. He decided to wait until nightfall. In the dark, their vision is restricted, so that would be the perfect time to sneak closer. He waited in his jeep and observed the elephants until the sun began to set. It was also hard to figure out who the mother elephant was exactly. They all seemed to be equally interested in the calf. Eventually, the elephants seemed to lose all interest. They probably realized that the calf could not come down on its own, and that they could not get it down either. A mother elephant abandoning her baby is not often seen, but in some situations the mother elephant has no other choice, and this was such a situation. So, he quietly ran to his jeep and drove it slowly toward the tree while keeping the lights off. Once at the bottom of the tree again, Ranger Theo turned off the car and climbed on top of its roof. He was now a bit closer to the elephant, but still had a lot of meters to climb. His attention anchored on the stranded calf, its eyes wide with fright. He was getting closer, both to the calf and to conquering his deepest fears. Gripping the calf's surroundings with one hand, Theo fumbled for his radio with the other. He pressed the button, voice strained but clear. "This is Ranger Theo. I need immediate assistance." Suddenly, a burst of static cut through the silence, making Theo's heart leap. Distorted voices tried to pierce through the interference. "Copy, Ranger. Coming your way." The words, though garbled, were music to Theo's ears. Drawing a deep breath, Theo began detailing the situation. "I'm above ground level with the calf. We're tangled in ropes, and the height's precarious. We'll need a crane or at least a long ladder." His voice carried the urgency of the situation, but also a touch of hope. As the dense darkness settled, beams of light punctured the vast curtain of night. Amidst the growing commotion below, Theo strained to see the figures disembarking from the vehicles. As they stepped into the light, recognition bloomed. "Ranger Theo! Hang tight, we've got you!" The calls ascended from below, each shout infused with purpose and determination. Rangers moved in synchrony, their actions guided by years of training and a singular goal: the safe retrieval of Theo and the calf. From the ground, a ranger emerged, brandishing a tranquilizer gun with a sizable dart alongside a heavy-duty rope coiled and ready. "Theo," he called, "this is the safest way. We tranquilize the calf, you secure it with the rope, and together we lower it to safety." The ranger with the gun took aim, exhaling slowly. The dart's trajectory was true, and within moments the calf's movements began to slow. Its panic receding, was secure and ready for the journey down. The initial stages of the descent went smoothly. Theo could hear the coordinated efforts of the rangers below. The calf's feet gently touched the ground, a soft thud echoing the collective sigh of relief from the rangers. Hands reached out, steadying the drowsy creature. Theo's initial sense of accomplishment slowly transformed into a burning curiosity. What was the story behind this creature? His fingers, driven by curiosity, traced this unfamiliar line, finally settling on a cold, metallic texture. As he investigated further, his experienced touch discerned the unmistakable feel of a zipper. Why was there a zipper on this creature? What was its purpose? Had they mistaken the situation from the very start? Hesitating only a moment, Theo caught the attention of Martin, a ranger he deeply respected and had often turned to for guidance. Pulling him aside and speaking in soft, urgent tones, he shared his bewildering discovery. Martin, with eyes widening in astonishment, carefully examined the zipper for himself. The two shared an intense moment, their whispered conversation barely audible amidst the gentle sounds of the night. The zipper, which had initially escaped their attention, was now the center of their focus. There, ensconced in the layers of the makeshift calf suit, was a man. His face, flushed from the confines of the suit, looked up at the Rangers with a mix of relief and embarrassment. Recognizing the figure, one of the Rangers exclaimed, "Alex?" Gasps of recognition echoed around the group. Alex, known in the community as a dedicated wildlife researcher, had clearly found himself in a most precarious situation. The night's rescue mission had just taken an unexpected turn. In the dim light of their camp, the Rangers huddled together, discussing Alex's revelation. The line between trespassing and genuine research intent blurred. One by one, they began to see the larger picture. The devastating effects of poaching, habitat loss, and human encroachment on elephant populations were all too familiar to them. If Alex's research could provide valuable insights to aid conservation, shouldn't they support it? Still, reservations lingered. They recognized the potential benefits, but the means to achieve them were unorthodox, to say the least. A middle ground emerged from their deliberations. Alex would be allowed to continue his research, but with certain conditions. The relationship was delicate, built on trust, but both parties saw the potential for collaboration in their shared goals. As the night wore on, both Alex and the Rangers found themselves reflecting. For the Rangers, it was an eye-opener to the lengths some would go for conservation, redefining their understanding of commitment. Alex, on the other hand, realized the weight of responsibility that came with his work and the importance of communication and collaboration. The night had been an unexpected teacher for them all. The first light of dawn painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, its gentle glow illuminating the vast expanse of the reserve. Birds chirped their morning melodies, and the distant trumpets of elephants resonated, signaling a new day. As the sun began its ascent, it cast a light not only on the breathtaking beauty of the reserve, but on the newly forged alliance, teeming with possibilities.